Shalom. I want to start off by giving praises, honor, and glory to the Most High, whose true name is Yahweh, through the name of His only begotten Son, YAHAWASHI. Let's start it off by hitting Matthew 22, verse 9, and get Jeremiah 3 about the marriage.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 9.
Actually, you could try that.
Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
So, we come out here week to week, not necessarily every week, but, we, brothers is trying, through the Spirit, some weeks it leads us to, stay home and study. But as we teach the different, folks, it's our duty to extend the brotherhood. It's not for us to just, share with them and let them go astray. As we see, like, some of the brothers and sisters are homeless. There's a need. And so there's something where we gotta, do something to help the brothers and sisters out, right? Give me Acts 10:34, because it's real important that we really look out for our brothers and sisters, as the brother read earlier. And could you grab that first precept you read, or you quoted? Yahawashi was who was it? It's slipping my mind.
The kingdom?
Nah, it was something about the brotherhood. But hopefully it'll come back to me. Go ahead, you got that.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 10, verse 34. Then Peter opened his mouth and said of a truth, I perceive that Yahweh is no respecter of persons.
Right. And so it's not for us to say, all right, like, I done known this brother, so I'm going to make sure this brother has. Or I see this brother, I'm going to make sure that brother has, right? It's up to us to make sure everybody who is a child of the Most High has. Because as we know in our law, we got to look out for our brothers and sisters. It's a very important thing.
Now, I think this is what you're talking about.
Done.
This is the book of John, chapter 15,
Give me that 19,
and verse 13. It says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
God. And so that's an important point, right? Because Yahawashi thought it not robbery to lay his life down for us, right? And he ain't going there saying, like, man, forget these people, man. Jake ain't gonna listen no how. Like, I'ma just save my life and, try to save as many people as I can.
All of these my cousins.
And try to give them whatever I could give them while I'm on earth. Because, I'm saying the disciples, they don't have, like, a lot of faith. They showing up to different things and not exuding the faith that I showed them, right?
Right.
Because greater works are they supposed to do, right? Give me Matthew 23, verse 2. You can read that. You got that? 1919, kind of.
The book of Matthew, chapter 19, and verse 19. Honor thy father and thy mother, and thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right. And so we have to love our neighbors as ourselves. And that's why Yahawashi gave that commandment, right? Because, as I said a few weeks ago, we didn't know how to love ourselves. So he had to show us a way to love ourselves. Like, all right, would you die for any of these people out here? Would you jump in front of the bullet for your brother or sister? You see them getting robbed in the alley. Are you going to try to stop the situation? Are you going to stop the one brother from going to jail and the other brother from dying? Are you going to show that much faith?
You want that?
Yeah, kind.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 23, and verse 2.
What's up, fellas?
How you
How you
brother?
doing?
Saying, the scribes and the Pharisees sit in Moses' seat. All therefore whatsoever they bid you observe, that observe and do.
Right. And so essentially, these are the teachers of the law, right? And they're teaching the law. but they ain't just teaching the law, right? They teaching a little bit, they adding a little bit, right? They think they seasoning it up some. They think I see this point here, but I think I need to write something else in, right? You can read
that's
that.
why he said the next part.
Right,
For they say and do not.
right. So they're telling you to do it. They're saying, you know, love your brothers and sisters, and then they're going outside. Hey, look at this brother, man. He's a demon. Let's kill him.
God.
What has he done? I don't know. He looked at me funny.
God.
He gotta die.
God, and point. Like as it said, do as they say and not as they do.
God.
So, like just going to your point, when they were seasoning, you know, and adding stuff up in there, the law, it actually says not to add to the law.
God, and that's a cut to our brothers and sisters that believe in these, you know, books of Jubilees and all these things. There's way more commandments in there, and they're saying, oh, well, yeah, well, these were in there, and then they took them out. Like, you got to look at the history of the times of these books, man.
Right.
It's very important. Yeah, get that.
It's the book of Matthew chapter 23 and verse 23. Woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites, for ye pay tithe of mint and anise, that's how you say it, cumin, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. These ought ye to have done, and not to leave the other undone.
And so that's the point, because, you know, there were certain laws that were commanded that they're saying, hey, that's not so important. It's not so important that you give to your parents. It's more important that you give to us so that we can have what we need, right? And so they're not exuding that mercy that was required from the beginning, right? And you can continue on.
Verse 4. For they bind heavy burdens and grievous to be borne, and lay them on men's shoulders, but they themselves will not move them with one of
10.
their fingers.
Right. And so they're putting a heavy yoke of bondage on these people, right? They're saying, hey, you got to do more. We need more of your money, man. Don't give to your families. Make sure you give to us first so that we have. And this is something that the Most High never wanted us to do, right? Give me Proverbs 3 and 3 real quick. Because it's real important that we understand that this mercy and love and grace that we were supposed to show to receive mercy, love, and grace from the Father, right? Like, would he send his son to die for people that don't show mercy and grace? Like, nah, if you see somebody get killed, or let's say you killed somebody, and you say, hey man, forget that was the past. I can't keep living in the past. Like, we gotta get past that. You gotta get over the murder I committed. No, it can't be you gotta get over the murder I committed. I'm sorry, what do I have to do to make it up to this family? Like, I can't go back and bring your child back. I apologize for that, but what can I do? I'm gonna do all I can do to show the love and the mercy that I have for the thing that I've done wrong, right? And you're supposed to do as much as you can do to show that love, right? You can bring that out.
This is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 3. Let not mercy and truth forsake thee. Bind them about thy neck. Write them upon the table of thine heart.
Right. And so we gotta have love, grace, and mercy for one another, right? And these are the things that our people, once they got esteem, they stopped showing these things. They didn't care, like, what you had going on. Like, it's about me. I'm at the top. I'm sitting in the top seat, whether it was the kings, whether it was the priests. You can bring that out. And we think about, you know, Solomon's son when he gets in rulership and he asks the council, like, yo, what should I do to the people? I know Pops had it rough on them, but like, what should I do? Should I ease up? And the old man say, yeah, man, ease up on them, and they'll show you forever, like, respect. But let's see what the young men who he actually listened to said, right?
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12 and verse 10. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, Thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, Thy father made our yoke heavy, but made thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say unto them, my little finer finger Salakia, shall be thicker than my father's loins.
Right. And so he's not showing any mercy, right? He's showing more like rigor on the people, right? And so like from the beginning, the Most High was trying to show, if you do what I say do, like it's going to be easy for you. There's going to be life. There's going to be ease, right? But if you don't do what I do, there's going to be a hard yoke upon you. And so that's why he had to send his son to say, lay my yoke upon you, right? Because it's easy. It's free of burdens, right? But they're trying to set heavy burdens on the people, right? And so that's why it's important. You got that in Matthew 23. I believe it was at verse 5.
This is Matthew chapter 23, starting at the 5th verse. But all their works they do for to be seen of men. They make broad their phylacteries and enlarge the borders of their garments.
And so, like, what has to stop happening, right, is we have to stop getting into a place where once we get a little bit of rain or we get a little bit of, yeah, this brother did this well, that you get to the place where it becomes an arrogance, right? And it becomes this hypocrisy. Because, like, who are we esteemed? And that's why Paul, throughout the scriptures talks about, I'm nothing, but there's somebody who within me is something special, something grand.
That's a lock So Paul's name in the Greek, it actually means little or nothing, right? So just to bring that out.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful point, right? Because Paul and Barnabas is like a great tandem. Like, and once you actually get to look into their names and see what their names meant, these are some beautiful names. These are humble names, right? And so, like, as we go through this, we have to show that same humility. And I ain't going to stay before y'all long. I'm going to end it off with Luke 22:32. Because it's real important that we, have this love for our brothers and sisters, right? Because it's not about us. It's about the one who sends us. And if we keep that in the forefront, 22:32, you got it up? But yeah, if we keep that focus on Yahweh and YAHAWASHI, like that's when we'll get exalted. Not trying to get esteemed by men, not trying to be looked at as, oh yeah, that brother got it, man. He's doing it. I'm trying to be just like that brother when I grow up. Yeah, you sure do want to be like me, man. I'm doing my thing, man. Check me out. Yeah, kind of.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 32. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
Right. So as we, get built up in the truth, like we got to check on one another, right? And make sure we build each other up in this truth. Because, like, sometimes we get real comfortable with the brothers we teach with, right? And we say, I enjoy having conversations with this brother because he understands where I'm at. But sometimes we don't dig low to make sure the brothers that are new are getting the word just as much as the brothers that already got it, right? And that's why it says throughout the scriptures, the law isn't for the righteous. I'm not coming for the righteous. I'm coming for the sinners, right? Because they the ones who got to get converted. They the ones who got to get to this repentance. So we got to, make sure that we get to the ones that are lost. And even check on the brothers that, are fresh in this truth. Because, some of us are still fresh in this truth. So it's important that we, reach out to one another and build each other up, right? But I want to end this off by saying all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Mashiach, YAHAWASHI. And that translates to all praises to Yahweh in the name of his only begotten son, YAHAWASHI. And I bid you all shalom. Kwam Yashala!
Kwam Yashala!
Kwam Yashala!